Welcome to GLHF, the world's first podcast in video games. Today in Sherwood Dungeon, which I'm going to get into in a second.
Dungeon.
We did
Wowza.
already record an entire episode in this 2 weeks ago. That is the fated lost episode, but we're going to do it again, and we're going to pretend like it's brand new. And we're
going to cover the same topics. We're going to have exactly the same conversations. Anyway, have you ever heard of sushi?
We went over that one. I was
Right.
just going to say, you look like you've been in a nuclear explosion today.
It's really interesting that that's what you said, because I have spent, maybe this is just God speaking through the art of human free will, but I've been spending the last week or so reading all about nuclear explosions and the effects of nuclear explosions and what a nuclear explosion might look like if you did one and then waited 200 years, sort of what evidence might still be around. So I've been nuked out. I'm nuked up.
I have an idea of maybe a video game you're referring to, but
it could be the case.
We'll wait for the content.
I'm trying to think if I've learned anything interesting about nuclear bombs that I could share with you. I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff. I did try and figure out if I could visit.
From what I've heard,
about
it's a pretty big L to get hit by one of those.
To get hit is definitely an L, but to see one in a video game is pretty sick. And did you know about the SAR Bomba? You heard about that?
No.
So that's the biggest bomb we've ever done. Hey, would you know this website that you can go on that you can simulate nuclear explosions?
No.
Okay, so it's called Nuke Map.
So that's what you've been
I'll
doing.
link it to you right now. I've been doing a lot of Nuke Map, and it's like Google Maps, but you pull the icon over something and then pick a bomb and then hit detonate, and it'll show you the radius of how many people die and like what stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I was trying to figure out if I could visit. So Russia let off this nuke a long time ago in the 60s, and I was trying to figure out if I could visit the island where they did it. Spoiler alert, you can't, because
Is
it's
it
like
still
a nuclear
radiated?
test site. No, and that's the interesting thing is this bomb, because they detonated it quite high in the air, because that's, if you detonate something on the ground, that's how it creates a lot of radiation. It basically didn't leave that like any marks, so it's the largest bomb ever. Absolutely, like the scale of it, you'll have to look on the nuke map when we're done and just switch between the bombs. Like you can do the Hiroshima bomb and then the SAR Bomba in terms of how big, and you'll be like, oh my god,
Yikes.
we should get rid of this.
Yeah.
And I think we did get rid of it, thank God. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm nuked up, if you can't tell.
Crazy opinion for today. Hot take for today. Nukes, pretty bad.
Better if we hadn't discovered them.
Yeah, probably.
What are the upsides of having discovered nukes? Well, probably it was a natural consequence of discovering the underlying science, I guess.
Yeah. I mean...
And there's probably some good things that came from that.
Nuclear power is cool to know about, I guess.
It is really good. No, nuclear power is actually goated.
Yeah.
But we don't really use it enough. So maybe not. Chernobyl, a mess.
It sounds like you have some things to talk about with the Scorched Nebraska guy.
I gotta call him up. You're right. That's a great point.
I did look at the... Have you been to the website for Scorched Nebraska?
I did. That game is a scam. There's nothing.
It's not necessarily a scam, but it is made by somebody with too many resources and not enough understanding about how things work. That is just like really excited by their idea and never going to accomplish it.
I mean, everything I clicked on the website led to a 502. So I don't know if we saw something different. But when I went there, it just straight up didn't work, aside from the main page.
Okay, I think I saw a few different pages, and it was like a lot of just kind of copy about what he thinks the game is going to be. I'm saying he. Did you meet the guy? Is it a guy?
I met a guy.
Yeah.
But there's a team, I assume, behind the thing, right? There's got to be.
I don't know, but they're hiring. If anybody's looking for a job, they're...
Okay, they have a lot of funding, it seems like, so
yes.
You could maybe...
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be like a rich person. There's a lot of copy that was like probably assisted by AI. There's a lot of AI art on it. You can talk to an AI chatbot on the website that's supposed to be like acting like a character is going to act or something. And they're hiring... basically anybody that knows how to make video games. They're like desperate, and then they're hiring actors, of course, because step one, when you've just started conceptualizing the idea for a game, is to start hiring
Always
actors.
Start with the actors. Always start with the last thing. Work backwards.
And it sounds like they're going to be working this actor to the bone, because from the job posting I read, it was like, okay, you're basically like the main mascot of the game. You're going to be doing a lot of like voiceover work, motion capture work, and also coming to all our events with us to like play this character in real life. So, I mean, it sounds like a full-time gig from what they're saying. I don't know if, I don't know what the payment is like. You know, there was a lot of vagueness about any kind of compensation. So this might be the kind of thing where it's like, you're in this for the love of the game because you believe in our project. I mean,
it says here competitive compensation with performance and media bonuses. Competitive meaning nothing because actors don't get paid anything, but performance and media bonuses. And it does sound like you're going to be playing like, old like RTS games where there's like a grainy real video of a person in the corner of the screen talking.
Yes, it said something about like that they would be using video of you in the game.
Right.
Which
so it's like
I
full motion
love
FMV.
When games do that.
You like FMV shit?
Yeah, is that what it's called when it's just a video of a real person?
When they first did it, it was, what was that first game?
So what does that stand for?
Full motion video, which it just means video, but in the context of video games, it was a way to signal like, oh, this is different than game shit.
IRL video.
But there was some game back on like what would it have been on? Was it Night Trap? Is that what it was called? That was on maybe like not the SNES, probably wouldn't have had full motion video. Yes, it was on the Sega CD, and it was like a weird sleepover haunted house scary game. 5 teenage girls sleeping over, and then scary things happen, but it's all full motion video, and you like click to make things happen, you know?
I never had any scary shit happen at a sleepover. I wish. The media would make you believe.
You never even have fake scary shit.
Oh, what, like pranks or something? Not really. I guess
like
I had
getting
boring
scared,
friend groups.
Ouija boards, that type of stuff.
I can't remember. There might have been like, let's go around the circle and tell a scary story. I don't know. The scariest thing that happened to me at a sleepover is one time my friends really wanted to try sleeping in a tent in the backyard of the friend's house instead of inside. And we didn't have anything in the tent. It was like the plastic bottom of the tent on the hard ground.
It was like you were
like we might have had
like
we might have had pillows. I don't think we had like even like yoga mats or anything that we were on top of. It was
full
so
destitution
uncomfortable.
Simulator.
And we were all very excited about it, and we said okay, good night, and like turned out the lights and quote went to sleep. And I lasted about 10 minutes and went inside and got on the couch. So
did you announce it, or did you just stand up and go?
I just left.
You just stood up and went. Said, I'm done. I've had enough of this.
Nobody came looking for me until the morning, so maybe they guessed what I did.
Scared. They thought you got yoinked.
But yeah, kids always think shit like that is going to be fun.
Well, so do adults, right? Don't you ever think like
to be
wouldn't
honest,
it be fun to go out and try and survive in the wilderness with nothing but my underpants or whatever? You never think stuff like that?
I really don't.
Really? Like survive, you don't watch those
I've
videos
said
where
this
it's like
before
surviving?
that I'm really I'm not big on camping. I will camp if it's like, because I love seeing cool nature, and if right. That's what we must do to like be in a certain place, then okay.
So you'll
whatever.
Camp in service of a hike, but you're
sure,
not just going to camp to camp.
But yeah, to camp, like, I've camped in like state parks before where like 5 minutes down the road there's a hotel. I'm like, why aren't we over there?
You'd rather be at the hotel, but that's weird because then when you stay in hotels, you stay in the worst, weirdest fucking hotels. You might as well be camping anyway. You're staying in like some hostel, some like $8 a night fucking thing where you're in like the back room of somebody's attic.
This is so true. Why didn't we talk about that in the in-person episode?
Yeah, why didn't we talk about your hotel?
I forgot about it.
You have any pictures of it? It was the most insane place maybe I've ever been.
I only have one picture and one video. I meant to take footage.
You only have one video? You were supposed to take a bunch of B-roll.
I know.
What happened? I was so excited.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about it in my GDC video. I just honestly, I was barely there because I was at the conference and then I was so exhausted and then I got up early in the morning to go on my flight and I just didn't feel like doing it. So that's just an experience for me in my mind now. But,
okay, well, we don't have to share, but it was...
But yeah, you came by to see it because I was like, somebody else has to see this shit.
Yeah, it was confusing to try. My brain was struggling to make sense of how it all fit together. Like it felt like you would turn 5 times and not be in the same place. You know what I mean? Like it was just so weird the way it layered everything together.
It's like a weird dream.
So strange. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if it has a Wikipedia or something. There's got to be like some history about this place. So basically,
what was it called? Unless you don't want to say for next time you're at GDC, because I'm sure you'll stay there again.
I don't think I will, to be honest. It was a cool experience, but I don't think I will again. It was called the San Remo Hotel. It's on Google sometimes as the San Romeo Hotel, which it's not. It's SAN space REMO. And
right.
It's in, what's it called? I think it's in the North Beach neighborhood. So pretty far from the conference center if you look up like where it is to Moscone Center.
Yeah, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, she picked this place because it was convenient.
No.
There was no, other than the price, there was no, I don't even know what the price is, I guess. I would guess still probably like $80 to $100 a night, knowing San Francisco.
Yes, it was under 100 a night, but it was like 80 or 90 or something.
Yeah, and like at that point, ma'am, it's like
at that point,
again,
yes,
an amazing place. It's good that you stayed there. But.
I probably should have made a different choice, but it was an experience. And after the first night, I was like, I'm committed to this. I'm into it. I'm experiencing something, and now I can make content about it right now. I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah,
but,
true. So
let me actually explain what it is. It's I guess according to the website right here, established in 1906. Okay, I actually thought maybe it was
really old.
I actually thought maybe it was even older than that, to be honest.
Well, everything in San Francisco is pretty new because California, gold money, and then like also, didn't everything burn down in a earthquake or something?
I don't know.
Wasn't there like a giant earthquake that destroyed San Francisco at some point in like 1890 or 1900? I don't know, whatever.
San Franciscans, let us know. But the Italian restaurant that it's above, like on the first floor is an Italian restaurant. You have to go upstairs to go to the hotel.
That is kind of what the whole place feels like. Like one of those, like a strange liminal dream version that you have to sleep in of those really gaudy Italian restaurants with like pictures of their whole family going back 80 generations all over every wall, and like weird furniture that doesn't quite match, and you're eating on like an upholstered couch and it doesn't feel right. Yes. That is what it feels like in there.
Like hundreds of years of dust on everything.
Yes.
The
very
kind
dusty
that's
vibes.
like the level of dust that is kind of uncleanable. It's just part of the building.
And you can tell it's old enough. It's so old because like it was built back when people were like 6 inches shorter, because it was like 100 whatever years ago, because everything's very cramped and like the doorways are just a little too small. Very weird.
The hallways are about 2.5 feet wide.
Yeah.
All the doorways. It's one lane.
One lane highways every single hallway.
But so the Italian restaurant, it says, was established in 1886.
That's really old.
Super
burn
old.
down, I guess. Which is, I guess, funny because, it's old for America.
So is it, I've been calling it like a Victorian, but when was Victorian times? Am I wrong?
It was late 1800s, right? I don't know what this like Victorian style is.
Almost, I guess. I guess Victorian ends very early 1900s.
Okay. So, yeah, it could have been a Victorian vibe thing.
Because people say it's defined as like until Queen Victoria's death in 1901, but eras bleed into each other. Like that's the vibe that it has to me of like the way that it feels in there. But basically,
there is I found a little like mini documentary by someone of it on YouTube, like a 3-minute like north of all the hustle and bustle of San Francisco, you'll find a little hotel
is it like a
called the
positive
San Remo.
positive review?
It sounds like PBS. I haven't watched it yet, but it's not even a review. It's like a PBS segment kind of, like little guitar music and blah, blah, blah.
It's very historic, but I would say as far, like, I can't recommend it if you just need like a normal hotel to stay at. If you want to have an interesting experience and you don't mind being uncomfortable, because as we just mentioned, I stay in weird places all the time. I stay in hostels. I'm used to the idea of like sharing a room, sharing a bathroom, especially if I'm traveling by myself, because I'm just like, I don't care and I like saving money. Again, I might be shifting in a different direction. It might be, that era of my life might be ending, I don't know, after this. But
it's interesting because like on paper, it's still like a really nice place to stay. In terms of like, there's a bed, there's a room and a lock, and then there's bathrooms, and it like is totally functional. But it feels like I just feel like I couldn't do it, even though it's like a wonderful. It's like staying in a nice, like you said, your grandmother's house or something.
Yes,
just like
it felt like
nice.
I met like a great grandma or a great aunt or something that I'd never met before, and I'm staying at her house for the first time.
From your tent with no padding in it in the backyard. She found you.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you can stay with me.
Those are the kind of childhood experiences that shaped me into staying in random places. Making sense. Yeah. But, well, I guess I gave up on that one, so maybe not. I do have some kind of standard, I guess. Sleeping on cold, hard ground on one layer of plastic is where I draw the line. Yeah,
your standard is in a building.
It's got to be in a building. It's pretty much, as long as it's that, has to be in a building.
Yeah, the sink can be next to the bed. It can be one of those like old-timey houses where you've got a full bathroom sink just in the middle of the bedroom, and you're fine.
Yes, well,
it can have a window looking out into another person's room, you know?
That's basically what's going on at the San Remo.
Yeah.
So the first night,
this little
actually,
video I have on does have a lot of good footage of it, so if you need to steal some footage of the San Remo, there's some shots in here.
Why don't you put that in the Discord, and maybe I can have Ethan put that up on the screen while we're talking about it.
Okay.
But I don't think I even told you the first night I had a different room because there's like 2 floors to the hotel, which is technically the second and third floor because it's above the restaurant. So the first night I was on the second floor, and I could tell immediately that my room was directly above the dishwashing station at the restaurant because I was hearing pots and pans banging like crazy.
That's awesome.
And all the wall, I mean, there's like no insulation. I don't know how they built buildings in Victorian times, but apparently they hadn't heard of any kind of sound insulation. So I could hear.
Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't have pots and pans in restaurants back then.
Really?
Well, because it was all like, I'm making this up right now.
They all
but I feel
ate
like,
with their fingers.
Made with their fingers. And I'm thinking like you wouldn't have like a giant metal dish pan, right? It would have been like a. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking because I'm just going to get a bunch of shit for saying a bunch of things. But I bet you it was a lot different back then. It's not the bear, in 1901.
But so that first night I heard pots and pans, and I could hear like all the employees in the kitchen like yelling to each other. And I was like
yes, chef, no chef.
I was looking up the hours of the restaurant to be like, okay, when are they going to be done with this? The restaurant closes at 9, but then they're probably they got to do more dishes before they leave, I assume, afterwards. So I'm like, this is not going to work for me. But that room did have a sink in it, which is what made me think of that, because you said bedrooms with sinks. So it's shared bathrooms for most of the rooms, but I guess there are occasionally rooms that have just a sink in it, so you at least don't have to like brush your teeth. You don't have to leave the room to brush your teeth. Mm-hmm. But I asked for another room. They moved me to the 3rd floor, and then it was totally fine. It was like silent except for, when people would walk in the hallways.
Right, when people would breathe in the room next door, then it was pretty loud.
Or say a word to each other.
Right, yeah, say anything.
But yeah, the windows opened to these weird, like, because I assume there's rooms actually on the outer wall where the street is that actually like have a normal view of the street. But then for all the like inner rooms, because there's so many rooms that are all packed together, they just wouldn't have any sunlight unless they did this. So there's these weird like columns of light.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain
almost like
it. There's
a courtyard, like a little tiny courtyard that it opens into, but there's not a courtyard. Yeah, it's just like a little.
And then your window opens to that, so you open the window and you're seeing this weird like hole in the building, so you can see the sun far above, and then you just see right into the windows of other people's rooms.
And the irony being is, unless it's exactly noon, there's no sun coming into that hole anyway. So,
no, very little.
It's so thin.
Very little.
But so, I think maybe next time I'm in San Francisco, I could stay in the penthouse. They have a penthouse. It's
they do have a penthouse.
$11.
I assume the penthouse has its own bathroom, hopefully.
Has its own bathroom. Bigger bed. I'm looking at the website for it right now. There's one picture of the room itself, and the other 11 pictures are just of the balcony, so that probably doesn't bode well. But it's a penthouse up on the very top, a little balcony.
I'm laughing because I'm also on the website, and I just clicked on rooms at the top, and it looks like this is the penthouse that they show as the first picture when you click on rooms.
Yes, that is definitely the penthouse. Yep.
So a little bit misleading there, because there's only one room that looks like that.
They did a pretty good job of making the rooms look somewhat appealing. There's one that they have with the twin beds.
They look less haunted in these pictures than my pictures do.
Yes, the lighting is very haunted. It's not as brightly lit as... I like that one of their room options is full-size bed with private bathroom. Like, that's you're like, that's what I need. And that's where is slightly under
this is like
average.
A remodeled one that like looks modern,
which is not as cool. It's still very tight in there though.
Wait, that's so bizarre. It's got
its own. It's like a tiny home. It's like living in an RV.
And they also were currently remodeling it when I was there. So like if you notice, there was like plaster dust all over the hallways, because there's like certain hallways that are completely closed off because they're remodeling. So maybe they're making more of these like modern style rooms, which is maybe a little bit sad because they're erasing the history.
They're getting swallowed up. Like the next time you come stay here, they might not even be, they might be gone.
I don't know.
That would be a bummer.
It'll take them a while, probably.
But they'll leave those new rooms, they'll leave them untouched for 120 years again. So you'll have 120 years of
then you'll get to stay in the vintage
or the
2026.
Yeah.
The 2026 experience.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, can't recommend it if you want a normal experience. If you have stayed in weird, uncomfortable places before and you don't mind being a little uncomfortable, it's a story to tell for sure.
Yeah. And if you have a podcast, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
For sure. There has to have been some like some Ghost Hunters content made there.
Almost certainly. I mean, someone has died in the hotel, has maybe even been murdered. 120 years is a long time for no one to have died in a hotel. But you didn't feel any haunted vibes in there, right?
Well, as I've said, I don't really believe in haunting as a factual thing.
Yeah. But I mostly just like hearing you navigate around this question every time somebody asks it of you.
But it has haunted vibes for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I can recognize haunted vibes. There was while I was brushing my teeth one night, there was a door to one of the showers flapping open and closed several times.
Can't explain that. Ghost.
There was a window open. That's what explains it. But
no way. You just told me the window's open to tiny little columns. That's not a real window.
That was a window to the street because it was in that bathroom. They had a window to the street.
All right. Did I ever tell you I talked to Martin Luther King in a Ouija board once? Ever tell you that story?
No. When was this?
I was maybe 20
years old. Was this a sleepover? Oh, no.
Yeah, we fact checked it too. It was really rigorous, and the only explanation is
you
that
asked the Ouija board, "Are you really Martin Luther King?" And it said yes. That
was our first question. And he said yes, but of course we had backup questions that we could verify, and it was so. I was I'm all in.
You were asking him things only MLK could know.
Only he would know, and then he told us the answer, and we were like, "It's got to be you. It's got to be him."
Did you?
It's the only option.
Did you have any questions you were just interested to know about him, or?
We asked him how he felt about white people now.
Oh.
He said he didn't know he wasn't here. No, we didn't ask him that. We asked him. We asked him a bunch of facts about his life, like very specific dates. Of things that that allegedly none of us knew the answer to, and he gave us all the answers, and we looked them up, and they were all correct.
Wow.
So there's two possibilities here. Either one of my friends was lying, or I spoke to Martin Luther King Jr. through a Ouija board. Take your pick. Those are the options. You know what else I did this week?
Yeah.
Got a telescope, and I'll tell you.
Oh.
My God.
You've been talking about getting a telescope, right?
I got it actually a couple weeks ago, but the day I got it is the first day after like 2 weeks that it was cloudy, and then it's been cloudy ever since.
Oh, right.
Until last night. We took it out into my front yard, which is being blasted by brand new LED lights, so you can barely see anything. But Jupiter is always visible.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. A nice telescope, ma'am. I mean, the lines
Did you see
on that.
The clouds or whatever?
You can see Jupiter? The lines, the clouds, the red, the moons. I was like, holy smokes.
Wow.
And then some random guy was on his porch, and I was like, hey, do you like telescopes? And he was like, yes, I do. He was French. That wasn't a French accent, but he's French. And then he came and looked, and he really enjoyed it, and we shared a moment, and it was lovely.
Aw.
So, I know. Telescopes, right?
Did you, well, obviously not. I was going to say, did you see the eclipse that happened a couple years ago? I don't think it went over New Orleans, did it? No,
we drove to it, though. We had to drive to Texas to catch some of it, and we did see the eclipse. Also very cool.
Yeah. It just happened to go like right the fuck over Indiana, which is crazy. So,
yeah, it was like from Texas up to Indiana up to like New York. It was like a curve that direction.
Yeah. So that was really cool because it just went right over my aunt and uncle's house, and they had a big party, and there was a guy there that had he had like a telescope pointed at the sun, which first of all I didn't know you could do. I thought that would like burn.
You need a special thing, but yeah, it's a sun scope filter thing.
He had some kind of...
It would burn the world. It would take in all the light, and it would just burn a hole directly through Earth to the other side.
Would explode or something.
Yeah.
That's how they made nukes, I thought, is telescope pointed at the sun.
They pointed two of those at each other, and boom.
But he had some kind of contraption set up where he had this thing pointed at the sun, and then you could just hold a sheet of printer paper at the bottom and see an image of the sun, and you could see all the sunspots on it and stuff.
Isn't that crazy how that works? We did that in college. I remember my astronomy class, and we each had to do that.
Oh, you took astronomy in college? I also took astronomy for no reason, just because I needed a credit. One of my favorite
classes. It was an incredible class. Really great teacher. But that's one of the things we did. Yes, he had I don't remember what he called it or like what that thing is called. But it's crazy to me that I don't quite understand how it makes the sun on the paper in a shadow. You know what I mean?
I mean, it just like projects. It's just projecting the image. It's just like any kind of...
But how does it make the light into like a shadow?
It's not.
Or am I being really stupid right now?
Did we experience different things? It wasn't a shadow for me. It was a dark image. It was a projection of the sun. So it was like a circle of light, and then you could see the sunspots. So it was just basically like how a camera works. Like it just focused it on the paper.
I might just be misremembering what it looked like, but I feel like I remember it being a dark spot on the paper, not a light spot.
Oh, I don't know.
On the paper. But I might be wrong.
But yeah, my astronomy class sucked because...
Oh, that's a bummer.
Because it was at UPenn, and everything at UPenn, like science-wise, engineering-wise, is like super fucking high-level theoretical. And so I swear it was just like the Astronomy 101 class, but we were doing like really intense math about like how black holes worked and shit. And it was really confusing.
That is not the wonder of the universe that's going to get you into it.
Yeah. And I was just taking it as like I needed an extra science credit, and I didn't want to take more chemistry because I hated it and was bad at it. But yeah, it was really annoying. Everything at Penn was like that. Like the chemistry 101 class was also like 100% about electron orbitals. Like we didn't learn.
What does that even mean?
Like there's like different shapes of electron orbitals and like different configurations that the electrons are in on the different elements and stuff. And then when they bond, it changes. That was all the class was about. I swear to God, it was the chemistry 101 class, and that was all it was about. We didn't talk about how reactions work at all because we were so focused on orbitals. And so at the same time, I had like the Chem 101 lab, And I was just learning completely different things to do the lab, because you had to know how reactions work to do the lab, obviously. And it just had nothing to do with what was happening in the class.
Huh. Sounds really boring.
I wish I could have taken an astronomy class that was actually like a cool intro to like all the subjects. Yeah. But I couldn't even explain to you what I learned, because it was math. It was a math class.
I mean, you do remember the phrase electron orbitals, which is pretty good. That's a big phrase that sounds like it means something important. So that stuck with you.
It sucked. It was completely irrelevant to my degree. I was so horrible in college chemistry, let me tell you. Embarrassing.
What's your ranking of worst classes that you hated? Because I also really struggle with chemistry. But like chemistry and like once I got into like pre-calc calculus, I'm dumb as a box of rocks. I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, see, I loved
those are my terrible
math
ones.
And calculus and physics. That was like
physics I liked, but calculus is getting. I'm not sure what about it didn't work with my brain, but it felt like too many steps removed from. Because I do a lot of like visualizations to figure things out, and I felt like calculus doesn't allow that as easily. Like there's not as many, you can't analogize things to other things to understand them, and like it's harder to understand the underlying systems of what's happening in calculus versus like, obviously algebra is really simple and
it's harder with
geometry
calculus,
and stuff,
especially because
I'm sure there's a way,
the way that you teach in just like a raw calculus class, they're just teaching you the math with not a lot of application. Like they're just teaching you to solve the equations.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
And in that way, it is really hard to visualize stuff. But physics is calculus. So if you take a physics class that actually uses calculus, like simultaneously, or you take calculus before, that's the kind of college physics that I took because I had already taken calculus. I mean, that's the explanation for everything. Because then
he would always be like, we would do some crazy shit that was really boring, and then he would go, and that's how we got to the moon. And it was like, I don't even know how that connects to that at all. What does this have to do with rocket ships and anything? He never really connected them. So
once you connect it to physics, because it's like all the forces of like gravity, magnetism, whatever, like it's all calculus. And so that was what made it really cool for me to finally apply it.
Are you at all able to explain to me how right now? Can you do a calculus class to me right now? So when you say
I could write
magnetism
that down,
is calculus,
I could write that down to explain next time, because I would have to go review it. I don't remember enough.
You have to go kind of bring it back up. All right. If you want to give me a boot camp in calculus next week, that would be great. But no pressure,
I'm putting a note for next episode. I'm saying explain the calculus of physics.
Yes, that'd be great. I would really appreciate that. It would be like we're going to become like a Khan Academy episode all of a sudden.
I could try to find a way to do it that's interesting.
To figure it out. Exactly. Yeah, you'll find a way to make it so we can all learn calculus.
I'm literally one of these people that does think like math and physics and engineering is legitimately interesting to just like talk about the theory of it. And sometimes I don't realize that it sounds completely like nothing to most people. Like they don't give a shit. Because there was time
you're right.
I volunteered one time for this this thing trying to get like more women in engineering. I think, which school was that? Jesus. No, that was in grad school. So that was at Purdue. Can I say my schools? That's fine.
Probably. Yeah. You mean like you don't want to say it because it's bragging, or you don't want to say it because...
No, it's probably public record somewhere where I went to school. But
let me Google. I'm going to Google your name and then college and see if anything comes up.
Anyway,
there's a college named after you.
That was the thing I did.
Comes up. Yeah, it's right there.
That was the thing I did in grad school. I just volunteered for this program where they had a bunch of high school girls.
You're published?
I've said this so many times. Yes, I've published articles.
Oh my God! How if you had said this to me, I would have told you to send me all of your papers so I could read them. There's no shot you said that without going.
There's only like one that you should actually read.
Which one is it? I have them all. I have all 6 up right here, unless there's more than 6.
Christ, what the hell was it called? All academic papers
International Engineering Students' Resistance to Isolating University Experiences?
No.
Diversity and Inclusion within the context of the Professor Formation of Engineers?
No. See, I'm just on some of these because I was like on the research team, but there was only one that I read, or that not that I read, that I wrote.
There's only one that you read.
Yeah. No, there was only one that I wrote like start to finish, and so like 99% of it is my writing.
Okay. Can you rank your group work partners? Because I got them all right here.
What do you mean rank them?
Like who's the best? Because every group
who I personally liked.
Yeah, every group project had someone that you were like, that person didn't do any fucking...
They're all professors. I can't do that.
Oh, you can't? Why not? You're out of school. Who cares? Talk shit. All right, it's fine. Sorry. Go back to what you were saying.
I will not be talking shit about professors. What if YouTube fails and I still need to go back?
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
YouTube's forever. Yeah, YouTube is forever.
It was really funny when I quit grad school. I was so burnt out and so over it. And all my professors and all my family kept saying, well, if you change your mind, you can always go back. And I'm just thinking there's literally a 0% chance that I'm going back. It's not happening.
It's 0% and somehow getting smaller every day.
No, yeah. I was under a delusion, I think, for the first 6 months that I could...
You need those delusions, though. Bridging delusions to get you out of bad situations.
Sure.
It's like when you get out of a bad relationship and you're like, oh, well, we're just on a break. You need to have bridging delusions sometimes. It's important.
But the paper that I wrote was analyzing a bunch of interviews that actually the research team had already done before I was on it. I think I did a couple more. I think I did 2 more. It was really hard to get people to do interviews though. Because it was interviews with engineering professors, and then the paper was basically about how. I mean, I was kind of bitchy about it, but I'm a good writer, and I did a really good job with the paper.
All right, well, I'm waiting for the title of the paper so I can read it.
It was something about getting professors to change. I literally can't fucking remember the title of the paper.
Do you know a single word from the title?
Are you looking at all of them? Keep reading them to me.
There's 6 publications here on ResearchGate.
So keep going through them. What's the other ones?
So the one we left off on was Diversity and Inclusion, Impact of COVID-19 Pandemic and Increased Attention on Racial Disparities. And then we get an engineering faculty and an intention to make change for diversity and inclusion.
That's the one. That's the one that I wrote.
Boom. All right, clicking it right now.
I actually also wrote the COVID one, but that was much shorter, and that was a tight deadline.
Okay. I need to request the full PDF. You can send this to me, right?
I'll send it to you. You don't want to read this.
Can I request it? I'm going to request it from one of your teachers.
Do not do that.
Why not?
Do not do. I think they all hate me. Fine. I don't know.
Why would they hate you? Because you were trying to get them to be better?
No, I mean, so the people that I worked with were great. I don't know. I think
we don't have to get into the drama of your college.
Well, sometimes professors feel a certain way about PhD students that leave because it kind of also puts their career in a weird position, and they've invested time into you and
right. Because there's so much one-on-one.
It looks bad PhD for them because they also, to get tenure and stuff, they need to have students that are successful, and I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that would factor into that. I remember having a tenure discussion on this pod. That's interesting. I remember us talking about.
I also just tend to think that everybody from my past hates me, so I could be wrong.
Probably not true, but again, we can reach out to them at any time.
It doesn't matter anymore because I'm not going back to that world.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're on a new, better path. But I am going to read this. So the
conclusion of the paper was basically these guys are never going to change.
Yeah, you just gotta wait for them to die. That's just that is how change happens, right? You just wait for them to get out.
I hate when people say that though, because even people in academia were telling me that this is just this generation of guys, and the next one.
But the thing is, better. The reason why that's not a hopeless thing is it is true that systems will always keep themselves in place, because you put them in place. You don't put them in place to fall apart, right? You put them in place to be ideally helpful for long periods of time. So of course they're going to be rigid, but the work you do, these types of papers, I'm kind of assuming a lot because I haven't read them. If I might be wrong about what they're about, but the thing that determines how far you kind of jump forward once those people die is what kind of work is done leading up to that breaking point. You know what I mean? Like eventually those gates will fall down and some change is going to happen. And if you didn't do any work up before that, then the next guy's going to come in and it's going to be just as bad. But if you've done a lot of work, like this type of paper writing, then there's going to be a bigger leap once it's done. So it is very important still to do those things. And there's obviously nuance, like things can change to some extent. But in institutions like this, unless you want to demolish the institution, which has downsides as well, it also has upsides. We're doing work for the long haul. You are chopping away. You're just getting a little bit closer to the water in the well, and then you die, and then someone else takes over, and eventually someone's going to get water, and we're going to be saved. Our salvation will come, and that's beautiful.
I hope that's true, and I still don't even know how I feel about all this stuff, really, because at the end of the day, I got out for my own mental stability, because I just am not the kind of person that can keep working at something that seems very hopeless and be discouraged over and over. And that's kind of like the vibe I was getting from everyone I was talking to that had been trying to kind of make the same kind of changes in academia for their whole careers, is that you kind of just have to keep doing it and keep being discouraged and keep being told that you're not making a difference. And I just don't know if I could do that for my whole life. I don't know, and I have
no positive feedback, It's like there's, it does feel like there's no
I'm sensitive. It's hard for me to, because I was on committees and stuff, because I really, my whole thing was like increasing diversity in engineering, which starts with basically all the professors and admin not being assholes and hazing everybody for no reason. So I was like on committees and stuff. I was really like trying to be a little activist. And it's hard for me to weekly be going to multiple meetings where like everybody there disagrees with me and thinks I'm stupid and annoying. Like it's just hard to do that every day.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's, I don't know that anyone in that environment, I don't know that anyone could keep it up.
There's people that do it, and I think...
Well, unless you like get joy out of being seen as like the agitator, which some people do.
For sure.
But they are going to box you in that way, right? And they're going to kind of gaslight you into, and they probably mean it. It's probably not gaslighting. It probably is. They actually do get, there's an annoyance that comes with being told that they could do better. But yeah, I don't think anyone would blame anyone for being like, I'm going to pick somewhere where I can make a better difference.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
you are.
I don't know, because we obviously still need people that have the ability to do that. And I think it really just comes down to like what you individually can handle. I don't blame anybody for leaving an environment that's toxic to them.
You do everything you can up until you can't.
Exactly.
And that's the way it goes. Exactly. I really enjoy the thought of, I can't look at your character right now, but I enjoy the thought of these two characters having this conversation. This skeleton and this fucking
What were we talking about before I started talking about
I derailed it somehow
again.
Because I saw you were published. We were talking about something before that. Because you were like, can I talk about my schools?
Can we go back
you were
six threads?
Yeah, is it okay if I say my schools? And I was like, yo, let me Google you. And then I found you. And then now it was out. But you were like...
Who knows?
Your astronomy. No, that was way too early. Fuck. We went too far too fast.
I don't know. We've been talking for 45 minutes already, and my whole plan for the episode was to do viewer emails. And we
really?
Let's do
them. Let's get them done. We got 10 minutes. 15 minutes of viewer emails. We can do them. That's fine.
Oof.
Did we get any from people we met at GDC?
Not yet.
Lame.
Oh gosh, these are like emails that I saved a while ago, so I'm not even sure. I'm gonna have to read this whole one because it's a story. People have been sending us stories.
Tell us a story, ma'am. Put some music in the background.
But I saved it, so it must be good. It's because we were talking about "I Got a Feeling" by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, that was a long time ago. That was episodes ago.
It was a couple episodes ago. I appreciate somebody ended their email with, I can't wait to hear back about this in the next 2 to 12 months. And I said, you know what?
Yeah.
That's the kind of response time you can expect, I think.
Mm-hmm. You are correct.
But this is a story from Lydia. He said,
this is a story all about how.
Over the course of my freshman year of high school, there were multiple mandatory and nearly identical all-school assemblies. The entire school would be correlated into the gym where they would pull back our eyelids and force us to watch a choreographed dance to I Got a Feelin' by the Black Eyed Peas, performed by several douchebags in the senior class.
Wait, that's awesome. Holy cow, that's incredible.
3 different assemblies, the same guys, the same dance, mandatory attendance. It was grueling. They even did a reprise of it at a school's annual Valentine's event. Fast forward to the following year when we were called to a beginning of the school year assembly. Sophomore year, this is going to be great. I'm on the bleachers with my friends. Suddenly, a haunting riff of descending synthesizer stabs rang over the loudspeakers. No, it can't be. The teachers had decided it would be fun to make the entire class of incoming freshmen perform the same choreographed dance to I Got a Feelin'.
I need to know what the story here is.
Jeez. That song is seared into my brain. Thank you, Lydia, for that story.
Lydia, can you please email us back with the year, the school, the name of the principal? Because I need to figure out what...
Lydia, can you please send us a video of you doing your best interpretation of what the dance is?
Please include
Since
that.
You apparently saw it like 6 different times. You must remember a little bit about it.
Wear like a backwards baseball cap so you feel like you're one of those guys. And, well, I don't know what year it was. I guess it depends. But, like, what's your best guess for how this happened? Because there's some piece of the story that we're missing in terms of, like, why it was either, like, they won a contest and they were allowed to do it. But if it was the same guys, like,
I think
it must have been...
Genuinely, this is another example
the underfunded dance program.
I think I just said this last episode, how there's like certain things that happened at school that were just like, because they couldn't think of anything to do at school that day. Like assemblies are just like a break for the teachers.
A whole assembly. That's like, because that's you're talking about a coordinated effort, right?
Yeah.
Where like the principal or whoever has to go, I don't know what the politics of schools are, but I assume it's like the principal says, we're going to have an assembly. And all the teachers, do you think they all just go, oh, thank God, we don't have to work today?
Well,
and so they're game for like, whatever.
Or it's like a way for them to organize, like there's an assembly in the gym and then some of the teachers get to go to meetings or something. Like they have something else to do.
Oh, so maybe there was some drama always happening. And this was their fallback to like get all the kids out of the way so they could deal with.
Teachers have other things to do than teach class. They have to like... I think there's some kind of like continuing education stuff sometimes. They got to go to meetings and conferences and stuff. There's other things that they do. So I think sometimes an assembly would be like a way to organize that. I don't know. I haven't worked at a school.
But the curiosity here isn't... Oh, part of it is why the assembly, but part of it is why these same guys doing the same dance.
I think that there's a very low bar to be recognized for a talent in like middle school and high school. Like if you have the confidence to be like, yeah, we formed like a boy group and we're doing this dance, like nobody else is doing that because nobody else has the confidence to stand up and do that. So like the teachers probably just think it's awesome that you're even like trying to do something.
And so it's like anytime it's kind of like when your grandma hears that you like, you know, My Little Pony or whatever, and then for the rest of your life, they're like, I got you My Little Pony. It's like when they hear that this kid's really good at beatboxing, then anytime anything comes up, they goes, oh, that's the kid, the beatboxing kid. Yeah. Put him up on the stage. Okay. I could see that being the case. I could see it being like...
Because imagine, first of all, it sounds like this high school has hella assemblies all the time. Imagine you're like on the teacher committee that has to arrange the assemblies and you have to think of new programming every time. You're like, just fucking throw the I Got a Feeling guys up there. They always kill.
But did they kill is the question.
I don't know.
Because Lydia didn't seem that they went over well, you know. But maybe Lydia was just the one person who didn't like it. Everyone else loved it. And maybe that's really the story of what it was. Is actually people fucking loved it. And so that's why they kept doing it, because maybe people were begging. They were like, please, let us see it again. It
is crazy that she's saying this happened at 3 different assemblies in the same year. So this is like every couple months, they're getting up there and doing it. The same song?
How do you know? It could be something like
pick maybe a there was like song.
What are those competition, or what are those things where it's like Scholastic Book Fair or whatever, but like it's like reading competitions where whoever reads the most gets a prize. Maybe the prize was you get to perform on stage whatever you want, and these guys were just the readers. They read the fuck out of a bunch of books, and then every 3 months they won,
they said
and they got to go do their dance.
People were lying on those things.
They were too busy practicing their moves, probably.
I never lied on a reading log.
Me neither.
I was serious about it. I didn't understand the concept. I
just didn't understand how lying was how easy it could be. Or I didn't understand how little people were gonna check, you know?
Yeah. Did you ever cheat on homework?
I was thinking about this earlier today in the shower. This was a legitimate shower thought. I don't remember doing a single piece of homework. And I'm not saying I didn't do it, but I cannot actually remember a specific piece of homework from all 15 whatever fucking years that I did.
You blacked out.
School. I can't remember a single essay. I can't remember a single math. I don't remember ever doing math equations at home. Like, the idea that I sat down and did homework is baffling to me. So the answer to your question is I have no idea.
But do you think
Did you?
Did it?
Or
you just didn't do it?
Yeah, I passed. I didn't have a high GPA, but I passed.
Were you just doing it in class?
I doubt that. I doubt it, but I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Because I did plenty of homework at home, but I would also be doing homework for other classes, like in different classes.
Yeah, that's the most efficient way to do it, right? It's just
and then the teachers get mad at you for just trying to like be on your grind set and be efficient.
I know. They didn't get it. Now they get it. Sigma grind set is in.
It is. That's what all the high school teachers are telling you to do now.
Mm-hmm. They're telling you to grind.
They're showing you.
Put your head down.
YouTube gurus in class.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Professors are showing my videos in class, apparently.
High honor. It's like you got to get on this level. People were inspired. Anyway,
no, but I think my point was, I also never, I mean, through any of my school, like through grad school, never once like copied somebody's homework or cheated on homework or like looked up the answers or anything, because I like straight up didn't understand the concept. When I would hear in college about people like helping each other with homework, because like technically in a lot of college classes, you're not even supposed to like do it. They don't even want you to like do homework together and like tell each other the answers and stuff.
Yeah. They want you to figure it out.
But people would like get together in the library or whatever and like be like, okay, like I'll do 1, 2, 3, you do 4, 5, 6, and then we'll just like copy each other's answers. I literally thought that was so scandalous. I was like, you guys, you're not going to learn. You're not going to learn.
Yeah. And let's back up for a second. You know, I know you just talk about how horrible moments of your college experience were, but how sick is it to just have your whole life, all you're doing is trying to learn stuff. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I just threw it away. I didn't care at all. And
you're saying sick as in cool, because I also agree that it's cool. I thought you were saying it's horrible.
It's cool. How sick is it that we make people do that?
That's what I thought you were saying. No, and I was about to be like, oh my God, I'm a nerd, because I actually love being in school.
No, yeah, it's an incredible thing. Just like full-time job,
I really like
learning. Oh my God. And a privilege that we just give to people at the wrong time. But it's the only time we can, because we got to get these motherfuckers into the workforce so they can make some money and pay their taxes.
Hey, you can always go back to school as a 30s or 40s or whenever you want.
You can.
If you want to spend a bunch of money.
The goal should be to save up to do that.
But what was I just going to say? Don't remember.
All right. Was that all of them?
I mostly love school. My problem with school was always that I was such a nerd and I like wanted to learn the stuff so well that I felt like I never had enough time to learn it as thoroughly as I wanted to. Like that's what stressed me out, was having deadlines and stuff and not being able to like dedicate as many hours as I wanted to like actually thoroughly understanding it.
I think that's amazing. I think that's what would get me now, is because like they obviously realized that the most you can guaranteed teaching in those environments is pretty surface level. Mm-hmm. And so they do rush through a lot. And there's just a lot of knowledge out there that we want to impart on people. But yeah, I think that would also stress me out if I went to college now, which obviously I'm not going to do, but if I did.
Well, what other questions did we have? Let me just find like a quick one, I guess. Oh my gosh.
Have we ever done more than 2 emails in one episode?
No.
Incredible.
No, so that works.
You gotta have some high quality
to get on this show. Just like a quick, this is just like a YouTube question. I actually don't know, because again, you look at analytics and I don't. But this is just Ryan is asking, how do you feel about people watching your videos at a faster speed? Like if they did like 1.5x or 2x, and does YouTube show you anything about that? Which I have no idea.
Question. I have never seen an analytic about that. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because the YouTube studio is pretty deep. But I've thought about that. Yeah, it's like, do I care? Because part of me is like, yes, but I think ultimately no, right? Like, watch it however you feel like watching it. You know?
Do you watch stuff at... No. I watch everything normal speed.
It really depends on what. Like, if I'm in heavy research mode for a video and I know that I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
Or I know that I'm gonna like be up against a time crunch, I might 1.5x stuff to
That's the exception, is I have sped it up if I'm like looking for specific information. And exactly, I'm just trying to like
But thankfully you can search transcripts now, so it's like, I think you have been able to for a while, but you can search transcripts.
Yeah.
And also like your comprehension goes down when you watch it too fast, or at least mine does. So
there's only been one time when I was like watching somebody that actually talked so annoyingly slow that I had to put him in 1.5 to even make him sound normal.
Yeah. Have you ever put people in 0.5 and then they sound drunk?
No. Not for an extended time anyway. Just for fun.
According to the internet, you cannot see the specifics on that. Though this article from 2022 says YouTube says that an increasing number of viewers are watching videos at faster playback speed. YouTube says that 1.5 is the most common, followed by 2x, followed by 1.25.
I do wonder how that affects the algorithm then, because I know they record how long people watch your videos. Like, what does it, if you have an hour-long video that somebody watches 2x, how many watch hours does that count as?
Good question. I'll email my YouTube lady.
I mean, not that it really matters. I don't imagine many people watch mine at faster speeds, because there's not really anything of value to look for in my content. You're just supposed to sit there and enjoy it.
If they're just, what if they're content maxing and they're just trying to get as much in as possible?
They've got like my videos and 6 other people's videos up on their like many monitors, and they're playing them all at 1.5.
And they pan them. Like, I was listening to that thing on the plane, Chinese in one ear, Bible reading, and then Mozart in the other ear at 2x speed. I was listening to that. I listened to about 30 minutes of it the other day.
Is there anybody that could actually like understand information if they put like different things in each ear?
My guess is no. Because that's like a thing that goes around, like I remember in the 80s and 90s or whatever. I don't remember the 80s, but then in the 90s, there was all those things where it's like, oh, put this tape on when you sleep and you'll wake up knowing Chinese. And it's like, I just don't think our brains can actually do more than one thing at a time. I think that's a myth, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for like putting on foreign language tapes as you go about your day to just like get used to how it sounds.
Yes.
But yeah, was there any legitness to that at all? Learning a language in your sleep? Because I've also
I know Chinese now. Oh. So yeah, it worked. And I can play Mozart.
Do you want to like say a sentence for us, or?
Well, I can only say 谢谢, but I can think in Chinese now. My whole internal monologue is Chinese. But the actual pronunciations I didn't get because I wasn't taught. But yeah, my whole brain is now just completely Chinese.
That's really cool.
It's really helped me understand my environment better. I don't know.
All right, well, anything else? I didn't get to talk about the game at all. I was going to introduce the game again. I want to know if anybody... Just let me know in the comments if you know what the fuck Sherwood Dungeon is.
And if you don't, get on it.
It was on a website called Maid Marian that had like 6 different games like this that were basically like mostly people would just go on there to chat, because you can't actually do shit in this game really. I don't know though. This could
be one of our like recurring games. Of course, it's like an easy one to set up if we're ever.
It is, and like
in need.
Now that I'm here, I kind of want to see, because I never did anything in this game because a big plus of the Maid Marian website was that they all ran in your browser. They ran with Shockwave, and you would just like restart every time. Like I think it would erase your progress all the time, because if it saved, it would have been trying to like save to your cookies or something, but those get cleared all the time. So if you had made any progress in the game, it would be erased. But I don't even know how much progress you could even make. Maybe this should be a video that I do, is like,
do you know how big? Yeah, how big is the world?
What even is the story or whatever. There's actually like multiple maps. So this is the only one I remember seeing back in the day. Well, and maybe they've added more. But there's like 6 different maps.
This can be one of our... What are our go-tos now? IMVU, Roblox, this. The baby game's kind of gone.
Yeah, this is... Sherwood Dungeon like works pretty well.
Yeah, it looks good. It runs well.
We instantly end up in the same server because I believe there's only about 5 people playing at any time. So
Someone's about to fucking kill me. Do you see that? Oh, no, you don't. You're facing yourself.
I'll look now. You really do look crazy. I wish I could have seen you this whole time. I was looking at me. You look like...
just the way it goes.
You're like a negative image of a skeleton, actually.
It does, yeah. I do look like a negative.
You look hence really
the
sick.
Thing where you said I look like I got nuked.
I don't remember if...
Like an X-ray.
Can I kill you or no?
I mean, I'm definitely killable.
Didn't we discover like I could do damage to you, but very slowly? I swear I was before.
Yeah, there's a way to do damage. Look, we're fighting.
No, you're not doing anything to me.
Well, you're not doing anything to me.
I think the windmill might be a safe zone.
Oh, yeah?
I am
genuinely curious how big this world is. It doesn't look that big. I think this guy wants to fucking fight. Yeah, he does. Kill him.
Spider?
Skeleton, kill him. No, this dark blood raider.
Oh.
Amulet attack. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. Attack. Roundhouse kick. Attack. He's dead. I won.
Dude, I need to 100% Sherwood Dungeon. Wow, he's fucking me up.
This little... Oh, this big...
Wait, no, I'm gonna get him.
Why is he so little? Oh, he's fucking me up now, too.
He's dead. We killed him.
Not on my screen. He's still alive on my screen. He's like a tiny little guy. I got a chest. Nice.
I got 1 diamond.
What do you do with it? Wait, this is so fun. Wait,
you want to play Sherwood Dungeon later?
We should make a video game and it should be exactly like this. Be fucking Sherwood Dungeon.
This might be the best game.
There's a giant dragon up here. Did you know that?
And if you asked me if I would play it, I sure would.
Oh, portals. There's portals. What a mystical, magical land. Oh, I'm at the Haunted Palm Beach. It looks really similar.
Oh, no, does it?
Yeah, it's like a little palmy. Go up across the bridge, turn right, and then you'll see a portal room. And then I think it was the left portal. And then now I'm in like a snow place. And yeah, it basically just looks the same, but kind of white. It's a little different.
What do you mean, like the same buildings? That's so disappointing.
No, it's a little different. It just has the same vibe, I guess. And like the layouts.
There's a freaking dragon in here.
Yeah, the dragon. So to the right of the dragon is what you want.
Okay.
Oh my god, Mayor! I met the mayor and he's a skeleton like me.
I'm gonna make a deep lore video on Sherwood Dungeon.
I think there's more than you think.
There's skeletons running around out here called Iron Nightmare. Welcome to your Iron Nightmare. Oh, and they killed me in 2 hits.